Yeah, I mean, the situation's getting alarming to say the least. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment, but one report that we've got is quite a big piece, and it's a serious escalation. We've received reports that Craig has been given an additional 2 years in prison, no fair legal process. He was denied access to his lawyer, denied a translator, and I believe denied the opportunity to even defend himself. And that is so concerning for us and the people involved in the campaign, because there's just no justice in it at all.
How did you find out about this?
So we've got trusted sources from inside Iran. Now that might be friends or family of people that are also detained inside Iran, people who are close to the legal team working for my mum and Craig. Various ways of getting it out. I mean, we can't verify these reports because we haven't been given the whole picture, but everything's pointing to this being done about a week ago.
And there was a chilling element to this that there was a sense almost that Craig was duped into going to this appointment, that he was kind of sold a lie as to what was going to happen to him. What have you heard regarding that?
Yeah, and I think that's a trend, not just for Craig, but for other inmates as well. But that they lie to people about the reasons that they're being called to the office. Sometimes it may be to see family, and then they end up getting interrogated. He may have been led to believe that he was going to see my mum, but yeah, he was, from what we understand, taken into a room with two men, questioned. Or more so allogated, and then left with 2 years extra on his sentence. And it's unbelievable, really. We don't understand where this come from or what due process there's been. There hasn't been any. We were shocked as anybody to start to hear these reports coming from inside Evin.
What support are you getting at this time from the Foreign Office, from the UK government?
I mean, the one thing that we could potentially look at as a positive, and we do welcome the appointment, is the special envoy. In terms of what we're looking at from the Foreign Office, we've demanded a meeting with the Foreign Secretary now, because this needs to be taken and escalated to a very serious place. They've been prescribed the IRGC as a terrorist organisation. My parents are at the centre of it, and at the moment, it doesn't feel as though the urgency is there for the Foreign Office. It's worrying and it's alarming at the lack of action that I've seen, to be honest.
You mentioned your mum. What do you know of how she's doing at the moment?
Um, that's hard. I haven't spoken to my mum for over 2 months now. I don't truly know how she is. Um, we know that the reports are coming out of the hunger strike that they're having, that they are losing a lot of weight. I'm hearing threats that if communication isn't back on board, that she may just go to drinking completely tap water. I think she's taking other bits like milk and olive oil at the moment to help sustain it. But it's really hard. I don't truly know how my mum is. I don't truly know how Craig is. These are all reports that we get from third parties, and again, there's an element of trust in that. These might not be as factually accurate as they could be, but we have to take some solace in that we're hearing they're okay. To answer the question, I don't honestly know.
You talk about the hunger strike. It's been ongoing for them both for weeks now. How as a family does that feel? It speaks of the desperate situation they find themselves in, but it also must deeply impact you as well.
I mean, it impacts us as a family. We care deeply for them, and I think they're already enduring an experience that not many, have to face or would want to go through. But their health's deteriorating every day at the moment matters. We don't know whether they're receiving proper medical care, and we're at such an alarming rate of days now that we can't wait another week or another month for them to be seen. This has to happen immediately. We have to, that is priority number one for us at the moment, is immediate welfare and medical access. We have to know independently how they're doing and how they're coping. On the face of it, they can tell people they're okay, but that I don't think that's the true feeling of them both. It's alarming. We are all worried sick because of how long it's been. I didn't know the body could endure like it has. It still fights. They still fight. We still fight. But every day that passes, it gets harder.
It's something to hear you speak about this, Joe, but it's very difficult to really kind of fully appreciate it, having not been there. But there are other British families who have been there, who have been in similar situations. To what degree do you get support, solace, help, conversation with other families who have endured a similar path?
Yeah, I mean, we lean on them heavily, to be completely honest with you. I think that that's the glimmer of hope that this story does end. I think that's one thing that gives us the fight to keep on going, is that there is hopefully an end to this, and they are proof of that. So massively important to learn of their experiences, how they overcome scenarios, how they got through their day to day. And it's useful to know that on both sides of the coin, how, Richard Ratcliffe, for example, dealt with Nazanin's case here, and how Nazanin dealt with her time in Evin. I think to understand that gives us, as I say, it's hope, it's determination, and it's the sense of not to give up. I think it's quite easy sometimes to bury your head, but ultimately, we need to keep fighting for them.
Joe, it's always a sorry situation to speak to you in these circumstances, but I always appreciate you sharing your experiences with us, and we wish you and obviously Craig and Lindsay all the very best as well.
Thank you very much.